topic. So, good morning, everyone. In the last class, we have discussed the topic of histogram, where we have seen how the class width was affecting our graph, and if class width is not uniform, we have to change it. Not the class width, but we have to change the frequency according to the minimum class width that we have seen. The reason behind that we had seen there were three conditions for a histogram to be done. First condition, as soon as you get a question of histogram, you have to check whether the class intervals are exclusive or not. So you have to check the class interval should be exclusive. If not, you have to make it. Second thing that you will see whether the width of the class intervals are same or not. If they are uniform, then you can go ahead directly, and if they are non-uniform, then find the new frequencies according to the minimum class size. So the new frequencies that you are going to find should be on the basis of or at par with your minimum class width. Okay, and then that is finalized. Then scale and all things we will see in the questions. Okay, now the next topic, frequency polygon. As I've told you yesterday also, that it is just a extension of histogram. So frequency polygon can be made directly also, and it can be made after making a histogram also. So first we will see using a histogram. So yesterday I've told you to make a frequency polygon, you just need some points on the plane and you want to just join them. Now, if we are having a class interval, this thing is not possible because in a class interval, we get a range of values like this. So to find this particular point, or we can say a coordinate on xy plane, we have to change the complete interval into a single value x. See, y is our frequency in the tables that we are making like this. Where is it? Huh. So you can see this one. This is like your, these are the values of x only, but they are in range class. These values comes on x-axis, but they come as a range. So first is 0 to 20, you get a rectangular bar like this, then 20 to 30 you get like this, and so on. But for frequency polygon you need to find a single value for this complete class. So yesterday also we discussed there is a concept known as, yes class marks that we have to find. What is class mark? Class mark is actually the midpoint of this range, and we find it like this: 0, that is the lower limit, plus 20, that is the upper limit, upon 2. So we can represent this complete class by a single value, that is 10. So tell me, if 10 is the value of x and I think 7, 3.5 is the, what do you say, y portion, then the coordinate becomes 10 comma 3.5. You can easily locate this point on the plane. Similarly, this point or this class interval will give you a class mark of 25. Sorry, 20 plus 30 is 50. Yes, it will give you 25, and you will similarly find that point, and then you can locate the things. Now see the graph for idea. This one. So they have used a previous example for this histogram. The example used by them is, I think, okay. Okay, they have taken uniform width quotient. Where is the question? This is the one. Yes. This is the one. So they are trying to make a histogram for this table, and then they are going to form a frequency polygon for this. Let's make the new column that we have to. Oh, this is the marker. Once again. So we want to add a column that is class marks. Now tell me, class, what is the class mark for this first interval? Please tell me the class mark for this interval. The formula is lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. Please tell me. Okay, it is 33. Let's find 30.5 plus 35.5. And say, class, one more thing. For frequency polygon, you have to follow all the conditions that were for histogram. Okay, none of the condition is being left. You have to follow all the conditions. It is just an extension of histogram. Now, if you add these two, it becomes 30 plus 35 is 65 plus 0.5, 0.5 is 66. 66 upon 2 is 33. The first class mark we have got is 33. The second one, 35.5 to 40.5, please tell. It is 38. Okay. So now if you see, as the width is same, all have same difference of 5, then their midpoints will also have a difference of 5, class. If all the class intervals are having a width of 5, then obviously these midpoints of these intervals will be having the same difference. So now after finding 2, we can just write the remaining directly also. It becomes 38 plus 5, that is 43. Then we have 48. Then we have 53. Then we have 58. Just if you want to check, you can check in the last one, or you can check in this one. Suppose 50.5 plus 55.5 upon 2, it becomes 105, 106 upon 2. 2 5s are 2 3s are. So you can see, if class width is same and you have found one or two values, just keep adding the same difference and you will get remaining class marks directly. Now the task of making histogram or directly the frequency polygon. First, let me show you how they have made frequency polygon using the graph. So this was the graph made by them. Yes. So you can open your books in front of you to see the table. These are the values that we have found: 33, 38, 43, 48, 48. Okay. So first we will locate. You can see the scale used by them. The scale taken by them is simple on this side, as it is following the same interval. They have not used a kink on y-axis. You can see from 0 to 2, a gap of 2. Here also a gap of 2. Here also a gap of 2. So on this y-axis there is no kink. But on x-axis, because they had to start from 30.5, they have used a kink. I hope this point is clear. So you can see, after this all intervals are same, but only in the starting intervals are not same. That's why they have taken the kink. So you can mention the scale on the right hand side as we do normally. Now after you have found this histogram, just locate the midpoints. So this is 33, this is 38. Let me take red pen. This is 43, this is 48, this is 53 and 58. So we have found these points, and we need to find the intersection, or you can say, I have told you the first coordinate is 33 comma, please tell, the first point is 33 comma 9. Second point is 38 comma 6. So we have to locate all these points. So this is your, this point 33 comma, it was how much, 9 na? Okay, then similarly you have found all these midpoints. So now just join these, and we call it B, we call it C, we call it D, we call it E, we call it F, we call it G. So this is your interconnection of all the points. Now the problem is, this is not a complete or a closed figure. To close the figure, we have to see which point should we take over here. Class, you only tell me which point should be taken. Which point should be taken here and which should be taken here. Please tell. To complete this, which point should be taken? Okay, Utkarsh saying 63 on the right hand side. Okay, others please try. What should be taken on the left hand side? You have to follow the same difference. If you see, you are just adding 5 to all the values. So you have to subtract 5 in this value only, 33. Okay, not in this one, but in this one, because we are considering the midpoints. So 33 minus 5, you will get 28 something over here, and just join this. This is your point A, and this is your point H. And A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is your polygon. Yes, yes, Garima. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is your frequency polygon. But this you made after making a histogram. So there are two kind of questions. First kind of question is, first draw a histogram and then find a frequency polygon. So if you have made a histogram, just you need to find the midpoints and just join it and you are done. In the case of frequency polygon, what we have to do is, let's see. So I hope this thing is clear. We have taken point A, and this point A is lying in the positive x-axis only. Okay, it is not going on negative x-axis. So let's see the next case. This one is done. Okay. Sir, what was 9 here? Where, beta? This one you are saying? This one, Vaishnav? This one you are asking? Vaishnav, this one? Yes, okay. Actually, Vaishnav, if you have to draw the frequency polygon directly, at that time you have to understand that there is a x value, that is 33, which is midpoint of first class, and 9 is the frequency. So the coordinate that you get on this xy plane will be known by 33 comma 9. That's it. Similarly, here it will be known by 38 comma, I think this is 6. Now I hope it is clear to you. Okay, this was not required in the question right now. Okay, because already you have made a histogram. But when you are going to make a frequency polygon directly in a plain sheet, then you require these coordinates. Okay, now I hope it is clear to you that 9 is the frequency or the y coordinate of the given xy. Vaishnav, okay. Now let's see the next example. So this way they have made it. So you can see they have just made it back the class interval and made it forward. Then they found their midpoint H and A, and then they joined it as we have done. Okay. Now, Okay, one more thing is they are saying in these area of frequency polygon and area of histogram is same. So there is such a property that if you go on proving, you can search online also how it is proved. So this histogram that was made earlier and this frequency polygon that you made now, they both have same area. Okay, this is the property. Now example number 8, consider the marks out of 100 obtained by 51 students of a class in a test given in table. Okay, so these are the marks obtained by 51 students. You have to make a frequency polygon directly. This time you don't have to make any, what do you say, histogram in between. Directly you have to go to the frequency polygon thing. First we will check all the class widths are continuous and exclusive or not. Please tell, is it following the first condition of exclusive one? Yes, it is following, because you can see the same thing, or you can say the same upper limit and lower limit. Then please observe, is the width uniform or non-uniform? Is the width uniform or non-uniform? It is uniform. Okay, now what is the second, the main thing that we have to do for this frequency polygon is to make a new column. What is the name of new column? The name is CM, class marks, and we all know how to find it by adding. So class marks are given by lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. So in the first case it is 5. In second case it is 30 upon 2, 15. So if you observe, the difference between all the classes, class intervals was 10 only, the width was 10. So we have seen the same difference is coming in the class marks also. So let's add it directly. 25, 35, then we have this 45, 55, 65, 75, 85 and 95. So the coordinates that we have to plot on the given graph are none other than these only. We have got 45,7, 55,3, 65,2, 75,2, 85,3 and 95,9. So please try to observe in the last question where they had made the histogram first, they found the midpoints on the top of those rectangles. But this time we don't even require to make these things on the graph. Are you able to understand this thing? When you have to make histogram first, you make the x-axis like this. Like this is 0, this is 10, this is 20, this is 30. You make the x-axis like this in a group way. Hai? You have seen this thing in that. And then you find these midpoints and join for the frequency polygon. But now, as we are not going to draw histogram and we are going to directly draw the frequency polygon, you can directly take the points which are required by you. Why to make 0, 10, 20 and then find the midpoint and then locate it? Directly we'll make a scale in such a way that we have your x coordinates directly. So tell me, what should be the scale for x-axis? Please tell me. What should be the scale for x-axis? Okay, 1 unit you want to take. 1 unit equal to how much, Piyush? Directly we will take 5, 5. Okay, 5, 5 will go till 95. It will not help, I think. 95 means you have to draw at least 5 ones, 5 nines, 19 divisions you will have to take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can go. We can keep the difference of 10 only. But if you want, you can start from 5. Okay, Utkarsh saying start from 10 only. Okay, let me tell you what will happen if you take 1 unit equal to 10. See, scale we are taking on x-axis 1 unit is equal to, suppose we have taken 10 marks. Okay, now see what will happen if we go like this. If we go from 0 and we take the first value as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. Tell me the first value required will be on this value 5, then 15, then 25, then 35, then 45 and so on we will go. In this case, do we require any sort of kink? Please tell. Do we require any sort of kink? So we don't require any kink in this case because all the intervals from 0 to 10 also is a gap of 10, a gap of 10, a gap of 10 and everything is fine. So this is fine. But if I consider my values of these class marks and I want to draw these only, please see. If I want directly these things to be written on this scale, what will happen? Let's see. Because I want to make the things little fast. So what will happen? Let me erase this completely and see whether we require a king now or not. If I only write these on the x-axis, that is 5, then 15, then 25, then 35, then 45, then 55 and so on. I have directly written the values. No issue of finding the midpoint or something. Please tell. Now you see the gap is fixed, 10, 10, 10, 10. Everything is fine. Do we require a kink now? Do we require a kink now? First tell me, do we require a kink? Yes, we require a kink because the first gap is of 5, but the second gap is of 10. So it is not uniform. It should be uniform. So we have to make a kink on this thing. So it is solely your choice if you want to go for this method or that method. In that 0 to 10, you have to find the 5 in the mid and then you have to plot. But I have directly taken these values which I had to plot. So you can see 5 over here and on x-axis we can take normal scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sir, how will be the polygon on this graph? I'm showing better. Wait. This is the special case that we have to understand because in this, when you are going to find the value of a, you have seen in the last case we have taken, oh, it's 834. Okay, I'm just wrapping it fast. Please see. So 5, the value is 5 only, somewhere over here. This is your point B. Then 15, 10. Somewhere over here it will come point C. Then similarly you have 25, 4. It will come somewhere here. So let's see the graph directly what they have done. Okay, they have taken the scale as said by Utkarsh. The same thing, they have taken 0, 10, 20 and they have made the histogram first. But I was going to draw directly the frequency polygon, so both are same. Now see, after finding the points B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I think there is no doubt. But when you keep it back, it was 5. Class, please tell me, what is this point? As the gap between 2 is 10, we will go 10 backwards. Which point we will get? This is -5. But again, if you join this, you are not going to call this point as A. Kindly note this thing. This is the negative x-axis. In the previous example, we have named this only as A. Please see, we have named this point only as A, but now we have changed it. We have now not named this as A, but the point where it is cutting the y-axis. Although we have used this point to draw the line, but we have to take the intersection of the line and the y-axis as A. And the last point is simple, L. That's it. The reason behind maybe because they know they have to make area of histogram equal to area of this frequency polygon. And if they would have taken this as A, maybe that would have be equal. That is why they had to take this one as A. So please confirm, is this point clear to you? There is only two cases in this frequency polygon. Sir, why is the graph joining with y-axis? But it is not joining with y-axis. Actually, they have joined with x only. But for only this point A, the starting point, you can't take on this negative x-axis. So they had to start with here. Now the frequency polygon is O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and that's it. So this time, this is the frequency polygon. In this case, when you are getting a negative value, you have to take the line as similar, but the point A will not lie on x-axis but on y-axis, only in this case. And the polygon will be like O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and that's it. Okay, let me end this. Once again, stop recording.